She's attractive, she's smart, she knows what she wants. She's every woman on the right side of 50. She's a singer, songwriter, social commentator, and all-round good gal. Rose Rees-Morgan on The Beat Goes On.
Rose Rees-Morgan.
Hello, darling, how are you? God, you look more handsome
Every week.
You just look, you've grown up. You're brighter and breezier than ever before. What pills are you taking, dear? Viagra? You on Viagra or is it?
Rose.
I'm terrible, I know.
Oh,
sorry.
Viagra.
I apologise, people.
No.
You don't want to take it. I hear dreadful things happen to people that take Viagra.
Is this true?
They stand up all night like little soldiers. It's breaking marriages up, I tell you.
Oh, Rose, good to see you now. We got so carried away with Viagra, we forgot to tell everyone about you've finished the album.
Last night. So I did my last song last night.
On the album?
Can't believe it. It's over. Another one down.
Another one.
And it's been smooth. Taken a while to get into it, you know. And but it's done, and I feel very happy about that. It's fabulous. Yeah.
Anyway, Rose, we've got a wonderful thing called
Here we are in Dreamtime. Guess what? The toy boy sent me on a holiday. He was very noble, got my tickets and sent me off on the Overlander train to Wellington.
Wow.
Leaves Auckland 7:30 in the morning and gets there at 7:30 at night.
I'd love to do that, Rose.
I went down to see my sister that died 3 years ago, best friend, Yulia Hadfield. I get on this train, nearly forgot to put my teeth in, and got on the train, said goodbye to my little man, who's little now, not big, and got on the train, and all of a sudden I heard these voices saying, "There's Rose on the beat." And I looked down, and here's all these beautiful senior citizens going. Look, they were gorgeous. They had their picnics packed, their hampers, they had their flasks of stuff, just like my parents and our people done. This is true Kiwiana stuff, this, guys. Yeah. Now I want to say hello to Lavinia and Don, who took my hand, and I had a chat with them, who watch the show every week. So g'day, and Gerard, they love you. They think that you and I are a bit naughty, though. We think we get away with things. Yeah. But it was delightful to see this, the senior citizens going on a trip to Wellington on the train, and I had a book. But I'll tell you what, I had 8 Texan gay men sitting behind me. They were over here, and they were from Apple. They were on a trip around New Zealand for 3 weeks. But the Overlander is one of our old things that we used to do, the Kiwiana thing, in the train, going to Wellington, and it takes 12 bloody hours. What a fabulous trip, and all that scenery, and what I noticed, guys, going through New Zealand, you know, like Levin and all these places, my God, there's some beautiful little sleepy towns and some wonderful scenery that you'd never see. And it was just, you go, and I was by myself because I needed a break. But I also wanted to do this because I thought it was great. And that's just that Kiwi thing. And all I could hear was the Texans at the back going, "Oh my God, there's a sheep. Oh my God, there's a horse." It was like, I've never heard anything like it before. It was really priceless, eh? But it was a great trip and and just seeing all that and seeing New Zealand like that, it's worth going just for a day, stay down there and come back on the train the next day. But just going to have a look at New Zealand, the North Island, from Auckland, down to Wellington, just looking at it and having a look at all these towns that we hear about on the news, never see, Tamaranui and all these places.
On the main truck line.
Yeah.
Well, there is a genuine Kiwiana Dreamtime.
Now, we're going to do, I read this book, Andre Agassi, Taurus, Mr. Taurus, the Stubborn Bull. And we also have our beautiful Shane's birthday coming up. Yes. Mr. Shane Hales is going to be, I'm not telling you how old he is because he's looking very beautiful. And April the 29th, 1970, Andre Agassi came into the world. Now, he was one of the most greatest and most charismatic tennis players, I think, that ever was. He was born in Las Vegas. He was born for the stage. He was known for his unorthodox clothes style and all his crazy hairdos, and he married Brooke Shields. At that stage, what we didn't know was he was a drug addict, he was on methamphetamine, and he is now married to Steffi Graf, who's a fellow tennis player who he's got 2 children to. He had to go through serious rehab, and this book that I read was amazing. Very open. The book is called Open. It's worth reading, it's worth getting. Victorians love to be on centre stage, as we well know, and they're born for it. Well, I'm going to give you a quote from Andre Agassi this week, and his quote is, "If you don't practice, you don't deserve to win." So if you don't practice, you don't deserve to win. And in a way, that's very, very true, because if you just think you're going to go out there and do something and think you're going to get away with it, well, you're not, so, you know. So that is my quote of the week, people. Have long and happy lives.
Now, Tony Amos, he's told me that if you're talking to Rose on the show, he had a quote of the week. So his quote of the week was, he wanted me to pass it on, if you're not in bed by 10:30, you might as well go home.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Goodbye, all.